Show.
Fat Joe said that.
Fat Joe's a
Lean back.
We've been leaning back for 20 years, man. Like,
he said you crowned yourself the rat leader and you wrote the 48 Laws of Snitch.
The hip-hop world is on fire after 6ix9ine just launched one of his most brutal takedowns yet, this time targeting none other than Fat Joe. What started as a few shady comments during an Instagram live turned into a full-blown digital demolition, with 6ix9ine publicly exposing alleged secrets and private details about Fat Joe's behind-the-scenes behavior. Within hours, social media was in chaos. Fans were shocked. Fat Joe's supporters were scrambling to defend him, and 6ix9ine was basking in the attention, claiming that everything he said was facts.
Don't get me in trouble. For sure.
How did you feel
I gotta go.
after warning Tekashi?
Oh.
Because I saw it when you sat with him. And I was like, Joe is trying to put him on right now, and I don't think
just
he's
be honest
getting it.
with you. Damn, you went there?
Yeah, I went there.
This is a sucker.
Oh.
He's a sucker.
Let me get,
Okay.
pop another bottle, man.
Nah, I ain't drink. I'm dead
It's
sober.
crazy. Talk that talk, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm dead sober. This dude here, this type of shit, this doing, I'm convinced he wanna die. I don't wish it on him or nothing like that, but I'm convinced he's miserable in his body. He can't look in the mirror. Nah, I don't know if he gotta be. He's a lot of
He just got knocked.
So now the man snitch, right? Cool, do you or whatever.
How did you know that?
I don't like the taunting. I try to tell him, like, what happens? Like, yo, bro, listen, I didn't know if he really did it. I didn't know what was going on. The crazy shit is when I talked to him in that interview, I talked to him off the air, and he lied to me and told me, yo, this is just an image, I'm fronting this and this and that. He told me that in front of Shotty and them. They were standing right there with him.
He said, what?
Joe, he
This is
told me
just
that
an
he was
image.
lying.
He's an image.
Yo, Joe, I'm not really doing this. I'm not a gangster. You know, this is all for like promotion. I got it. At that point, I said, so you're not doing nothing because you're going to go to jail if you're really doing stuff.
Right.
Nah, Joe, I don't do nothing. I'm good. So I'm like,
The clash between the controversial Brooklyn rapper and the Bronx legend has quickly become one of the most heated online feuds of the year. What makes this moment so wild is that Fat Joe and 6ix9ine actually have history, and not the good kind. Their issues date back years, and this new outburst feels like 6ix9ine finally cashing in on old tension that never got resolved. The drama started when 6ix9ine accused Fat Joe of being a fake street legend, who only built his reputation by aligning with real ones. In a series of explosive posts and live videos, 6ix9ine claimed that Fat Joe had spent years pretending to be something he wasn't, while secretly distancing himself from the same street life he used to glorify in his music. But it didn't stop there.
yo, what's the event in hip hop that broke the camel's back? Pause. To make it to where you could snitch. And if you make good music or something, you could still live out here in hip hop. Like, what was the straw that broke the camel's back in hip hop, where we had a code and there is no code no more? There just isn't no code no more. And what do you think is the event that, you know, I remember growing up, even if you was fronting, you wasn't a real gangster, but you was spitting gangster rap. You wasn't with the rats like that. Right now, this
Too many of them.
sold
man.
out concerts.
I don't think you can escape them. They all around. They're like New York City rats. Humans. It's rats everywhere. You know? And everywhere is everything, you know.
Too many Fredos, not enough Michaels.
That's a fact.
You know, some of these guys got to take a boat ride, never come back.
He went further, alleging that Fat Joe had betrayed several New York artists behind the scenes by blocking collaborations, bad-mouthing younger rappers, and using his industry connections to protect his own image. According to 6ix9ine, Joe's entire OG persona is built on smoke and mirrors. The allegations immediately set social media ablaze, with clips of 6ix9ine's rant spreading across TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube within minutes. Fans who followed both artists know this beef has deep roots. Back in 2018, Fat Joe publicly warned 6ix9ine to watch his back after the young rapper's rise in the industry. Joe claimed that 6ix9ine's reckless behavior would catch up to him, calling him a walking indictment. At the time, Joe's comments seemed more like tough love than hate, but 6ix9ine apparently never forgot. And now, years later, he's using his massive online reach to humiliate the same man who once tried to warn him. In 6ix9ine's eyes, Fat Joe isn't a mentor, he's a hypocrite. The way he sees it, Joe has no right to talk about loyalty or respect when he's allegedly played the same industry games he criticizes others for. For fans, this is more than a rap beef, it's a generational clash. Fat Joe represents an era where respect, longevity, and credibility mattered most. 6ix9ine represents the chaos of the modern internet age, where exposure and viral moments are the new form of power. When these two worlds collide, the result is explosive. And right now, 6ix9ine has the entire culture watching, waiting to see just how far he's willing to go in dragging a legend through the mud.
Sammy the Bull is the most famous rat on the earth. Sammy the Bull. Then you came Alpo, guy everybody looked up to, charismatic, Harlem fly, Louis Vuitton, this, that, Toe. He did that, right?
Shout out to Wayne Perry and Wayne Perry Jr.
Then, in hip-hop, the day 6ix9ine sat on that stand.
Yo.
No!
Man.
You remember, if you're watching the story, they taking him to court in bulletproof vests. They acted like he was telling on El Chapo. He put a lot of good people in jail, man.
No, we got to put him away till his time.
Yo,
my feeling is going to get close.
You feeling this?
I feel his time has come. I feel his time is going to be soon, though.
You don't need a lot.
Yeah.
Does it not matter no more? And I believe 6ix9ine, when he told, he gave guys 20 years in jail. All the guys, he was like, oh, but he fucked my wife. Oh, but he did. That means nothing. There's a man that works in a bodega that never been a criminal in his life, see some shit, he won't.
As the feud escalated, 6ix9ine didn't stop with general insults. He came with receipts. In his latest live stream, he claimed to have proof of Fat Joe's alleged involvement in shady business dealings, including what he called fake charity appearances and backdoor industry deals that never reached the public. He accused Fat Joe of using community work as a front to maintain public favor, while behind the scenes, he was allegedly exploiting those same relationships for personal gain. 6ix9ine claimed, "These rappers talk about being real, but they fake for the cameras. Joe's one of them." The internet erupted. Some fans dismissed the claims as just another attention grab from 6ix9ine, but others started digging for evidence, resurfacing old interviews, tax filings, and suspicious partnerships connected to Joe's name. Whether true or exaggerated, the narrative was working. 6ix9ine had successfully shifted the spotlight onto Fat Joe's credibility. It wasn't long before major media outlets picked up the story. Blogs and YouTube channels began dissecting 6ix9ine's claims frame by frame, comparing timelines and analyzing Fat Joe's past statements. Some even connected 6ix9ine's comments to old industry rumors about Fat Joe's disputes with record executives and his alleged blacklisting of artists who refused to align with him. According to 6ix9ine, Fat Joe built his career off intimidation, both in music and in business. He accused Joe of being a gatekeeper who only helped himself. Those words hit hard, especially considering Joe's long-standing image as a community figure and cultural leader in hip-hop. The backlash was immediate. On social media, fans began questioning Fat Joe's authenticity. Comments flooded his posts with clown emojis, accusations, and demands for a response. Some users even began calling him Fat Cap, implying that his entire persona was an act.
If I crown myself the rat leader, he crowned himself as the cap leader. He didn't rob no 50 at no gym. That yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Which one's my camera? That one?
Yeah.
This one? That one? Yeah, Fat Joe, you're a like you're a I'm not even gonna lie, you're a captain of the cap. Like nobody believe, even your co-host who's Jadakiss don't believe you. Every time you say a cap, that like like, but like I said, you gonna go
flag, like
and
flag on the play.
And my next song, I even say, I be spitting so much facts that I make jokes to distract. That's the next bar in my song. Don't like the truth, so y'all make jokes to distract. We noticed lying, right?
Meanwhile, 6ix9ine doubled down, claiming that this was karma for Joe's past criticism. He said, "You spent years calling me fake, but look at you now. You're the one hiding lies." It was classic 6ix9ine, chaotic, calculated, and guaranteed to dominate the internet. Fat Joe's initial reaction was silence, but that silence only made things worse. The longer he stayed quiet, the more the narrative spiraled. Fans interpreted his lack of response as guilt, and 6ix9ine continued applying pressure, saying that Joe was too scared to speak because the truth would expose him even further.
All right, yo, listen to me. Listen.
But there's
to
a lot
me.
of people that say he ain't lying.
He
It's
ain't
all
lying?
real.
All right. Which one's my camera? If Fat Joe is not lying, the next person on the Dancing Project, bring Big Pun's son. Bring Big Pun's son on the Dancing Project. Welcome back.
Chris Rivers.
Welcome back, y'all. Let's skip this clip. Watch when he see this clip, he gonna hit up, yo, Chris, don't do that. How much money you need? Out of here. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, you just said a lie. You just said a lie.
Bring Big Pun's son, even on the verses. Remember when he was facing Ja Rule?
Yeah.
And they said, don't play that shit. That's Big Pun. Don't do that. Don't do what, fat bitch?
Industry insiders began weighing in too, with some defending Joe's character and others admitting that 6ix9ine's claims weren't entirely far-fetched. Whether fabricated or factual, the situation painted Fat Joe as a man cornered, and in the court of public opinion, perception often outweighs truth. For 6ix9ine, that's all he needed. Once the internet turns against you, there's no coming back unscathed. By the third day of this public circus, the feud had gone global. Every hip-hop blog, gossip page, and podcast was talking about 6ix9ine's expose. Fans were choosing sides, debates were breaking out in comment sections, and old footage of Fat Joe's controversial interviews was being repurposed to fit 6ix9ine's narrative. The entire ordeal felt like a masterclass in how the internet can flip a reputation overnight.
Right, so when she came to me and told me that, we did 2 projects and we got her, not us. We didn't take $1, we got her $1 million for her and the family. Now she ran through it because she was used to spending that money. She comes back, I write her a check out my pocket, boom, and I'm like, yo, it ain't no more.
And while Fat Joe has survived countless controversies in his career, this one feels different. 6ix9ine isn't just attacking his music, he's going after his legacy. The accusations about fake charity, industry gatekeeping, and hypocrisy have cast a shadow over Joe's decades-long career as one of New York's most respected veterans. Some of 6ix9ine's boldest claims involve behind-the-scenes stories that fans had never heard before. He alleged that Fat Joe used to secretly diss rappers he called friends in private meetings, that he manipulated younger artists into signing unfavorable deals, and that he was notorious for taking credit for other people's success. Whether true or not, those allegations hit deep because they played into one of hip-hop's most sensitive topics, authenticity.
And so we find ourselves in situations like Liza Rios has with Joe Cartagena, Fat Joe, where, you got to file a lawsuit to figure out what actually happened and to find out where is the money.
The idea that an artist could build a career off community respect while quietly exploiting that same community struck a nerve. And 6ix9ine knew exactly how to push it. His delivery was loud, unfiltered, and full of the kind of energy that social media feeds on. But not everyone is buying it. Many of Fat Joe's longtime supporters are calling 6ix9ine's behavior nothing more than calculated trolling. They argue that 6ix9ine, desperate to stay relevant after years of being blackballed from the industry, is targeting veterans like Joe to stay in the headlines. They point out that every time 6ix9ine disappears from the spotlight, he resurfaces by reigniting old feuds. Still, the controversy has already done its damage. Even if Fat Joe is innocent, the stain of accusation lingers. The internet rarely remembers the truth, it only remembers the chaos. Despite all the noise, Fat Joe eventually broke his silence. During a short live session, he dismissed 6ix9ine's claims as nonsense from a clown who's addicted to attention. He didn't go into detail, but hinted that legal action could be on the table if the slander continued. His tone was calm but serious, a stark contrast to 6ix9ine's manic energy. Yet, in today's internet climate, calm responses often get drowned out by chaos. 6ix9ine immediately mocked Joe's statement, calling him scared and washed up, and dared him to prove him wrong. The challenge reignited the hype all over again, proving that 6ix9ine's ability to control the narrative through shock value remains unmatched. As the situation continued spiraling, it became clear that this feud wasn't just about personal insults, it was a clash between two generations of hip-hop values. Fat Joe represents the old-school code, loyalty, respect, and reputation built over decades. 6ix9ine, on the other hand, embodies the new school chaos. Digital warfare, viral fame, and weaponized controversy. To Joe, 6ix9ine's antics are disrespectful to the culture. To 6ix9ine, Joe's entire legacy is fake, and that's what makes this feud so volatile. It's not just about who's right, it's about who defines what real means in 2025 hip-hop. Behind the scenes, industry insiders claim that several mutual associates tried to calm the situation before it got out of control. But 6ix9ine wasn't interested. He reportedly told one insider, "I don't do peace, I do truth." That attitude mirrors his approach to every conflict he's ever had. Whether it's Meek Mill, Lil Durk, or Chief Keef, 6ix9ine's entire brand thrives on confrontation. This time, though, he's picking a fight with a man who's deeply respected in both the streets and the industry. Fat Joe might not be at the top of the charts anymore, but his influence in hip-hop runs deep. He's connected to everyone from Diddy to Jay-Z to Remy Ma. And when someone with 6ix9ine's reputation goes after someone with Joe's history, the lines in the culture start to split. The irony is that both rappers have complicated relationships with authenticity. Fat Joe's credibility has been questioned, but he's still regarded as an icon who gave back to his community and helped shape New York's sound. 6ix9ine, on the other hand, has admitted to snitching, trolling, and manufacturing controversy. So while he's winning the internet war, he's still seen by many as a villain who thrives on chaos rather than artistry. That duality is why this feud is so fascinating. It's not just about two men trading insults. It's about two symbols of what hip-hop has become, legacy versus virality. Still, Fat Joe's silence after his initial response speaks volumes. Insiders suggest he's letting the moment pass rather than feeding 6ix9ine's algorithm. But the damage has already been done. Every new clip, every meme, every remix of 6ix9ine's rants continues to spread, keeping Joe's name in a negative light. It's proof of how social media has changed the game. Control of the narrative no longer belongs to the artist. It belongs to whoever screams loudest. And in that department, 6ix9ine is undefeated. As things stand, the Fat Joe versus 6ix9ine saga has become a case study in how the digital age can rewrite legacies overnight. Whether or not 6ix9ine's accusations hold truth, the fact remains that he's managed to do what few could: turn a respected veteran into a trending topic for all the wrong reasons. Fat Joe's decades of credibility are now being dissected by a generation of fans who care more about viral drama than historical context. Meanwhile, 6ix9ine continues to capitalize on the chaos, gaining millions of views and new followers off every post related to the feud. In a twisted way, it's a win for him, no matter how it ends. For Fat Joe, the situation highlights the impossible balance between maintaining legacy and surviving the modern media cycle. He's facing an enemy who doesn't care about truth, only traction. And in today's algorithm-driven world, traction is power. Still, Joe's allies in the industry are reportedly rallying behind him, assuring that this moment won't define his career. Artists like Remy Ma, Jadakiss, and others have quietly expressed support, reminding fans that Joe's contributions to the culture can't be erased by one viral rant. But whether that's enough to shift the public conversation remains uncertain. 6ix9ine, for his part, shows no signs of slowing down. He's promised to drop more proof and hinted at releasing old footage that could end Joe's reputation forever. Most fans expect that it's all cap, another tactic to keep his name trending, but the damage is done regardless. Each claim, real or fabricated, chips away at Joe's image. It's the perfect storm of scandal, spectacle, and strategic timing. The louder 6ix9ine yells, the more the internet listens. In the end, this feud says less about Fat Joe's alleged secrets and more about where hip-hop stands today. Respect used to be earned through time, struggle, and authenticity. Now, it's dictated by who can generate the most clicks. Whether Joe rebounds from this or not, the impact is already clear. The internet belongs to chaos, and 6ix9ine is its king. His war with Fat Joe proves that in today's culture, even legends can be humbled by one viral storm. And that's the full breakdown of 6ix9ine exposing Fat Joe and the chaos that followed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more breakdowns of the biggest scandals and rivalries shaking hip-hop culture right now.